everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mumbles. Today, we're going to be doing another Mumbles rambling, and you know what that means! I get to talk at you! You know you love it. Well, at least I hope you love it. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I talked about in the last video on the Mumbles Rambles that that one thing that you needed for good management was to be able to work with other people and all that other stuff. And I said that practice made perfect, especially when working with team members and things like that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Practice. We talking about practice. So, what about practice? Well, there's a couple tips that I have that you could kind of say they're kind of obvious, but I feel that they're important because they kind of get overlooked sometimes. Now, the first one is going to seem really simple. The first practice tip that I have for you is to practice your weaknesses. You want to try to improve your weaknesses as much as possible so that you're not a liability on anything that you're doing. So whether that be in the workplace, maybe you're not as good at the penmanship. You can practice your penmanship and you can, you can work on that and work on that and work on that and get it a little bit better. I'm not saying that you're going to become a pro at it, but what I'm saying is you can work on it until you get to the point where, maybe it's not A++, but it's acceptable. Likewise, in a game situation, maybe you're not as good at sniper rifles, for instance. Practice, practice, practice. Maybe you can get to being, not horrible, not the best player. I'm not talking about that. But what I am saying is maybe you can get to the point where if you have to pick one up in the middle of a battle, you can pick it up and you can at least hit the broadside of a barn. So, what's the second tip? Well, the second tip is quite simple, really. Practice your strengths. The reason that you were picked and the reason that you're there in the first place is because you have strengths. You do not want to you do not want to forsake these strengths. You want to make sure that you're strong. You don't want to just be good at these strengths. You want to be the best at these strengths. These strengths are something that you can improve. So this is something that really gets overlooked a lot sometimes. You have to be able to improve on your strengths. You need to be the best at your strength. You need to be better than anybody. If you are able to do this successfully, your weaknesses, it will balance out so that you'll be an all-around good player. In fact, maybe you'll be so good at something that it'll just, kind of click with you. So that's really the second tip. You need to practice your strengths as well as your weaknesses. Now, what's the third tip? Well, the third tip is really quite simple. Practice, practice, practice. And by this I mean, take your time when you're practicing. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. No one mastered anything in a day. It just doesn't happen. You don't just wake up one day and decide, oh, I'm great at this. It doesn't happen that way. If you look at every hardworking person out there or any person that has any kind of skills in any sport or any game, they practice, practice, practice. You got to put your time in. You got to pay your dues. It's just how it works. If you don't, you're not going to go very far. You can be the most talented person in the world, but if you don't focus on those skills and make sure that you're better and the best that you can be, then you're just wasting it. There's no point there. And, this is something that I've seen in very many situations. I've seen the people, that are really, really smart and really, really good at things. And it's like they don't put that energy towards being constructive and proving it. And that is so, disheartening and difficult for a person like me to watch. There's one other tip that I will talk about. It's not really one of the three tips, but if you can, put yourself in real situations. So when you're practicing and you're taking your time to practice, try to put yourself in a real situation. So, for instance, on a game situation, run a map, do a pub match, whatever. In real world, practice writing an email. If you're not good at emails, practice writing them. If you're not good at typing, practice typing a letter out. You don't have to send it to anybody, but just knowing that you're doing that and practicing it is something that's going to help you. So, what I'm trying to say here is the three tips here that I wanted to give you guys was practice your strength, practice your weaknesses, practice your strengths, and of course, put time into it. With an additional little, make sure that you're doing those other things. Make sure you're putting yourself in the situations that you're practicing well. So with that, this is another Mumbles Rambling. I want to thank you all for watching. To all my subscribers out there, I love you, Mumbles Nation. You're amazing. Thank you for all the support. If you want to, you can hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Keep up to date with all my videos. I got more coming out here. You know, you can hit that like button. You can hit that subscribe button. Give me your comments. Give me your feedback. What do you think? What do you think I should talk about next? Give me a topic to talk about. I'd love to, you know, address something you guys want to hear about. So you can follow me on Twitter, _Mumbles_. I'm always willing, you know, open and willing. You know, I love hearing from you guys. So, you know, give me a message. This is Mumbles signing off, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.